If you've ever spoken to your financial advisor about lending some money to your close friends or relative, the chances that he's going to tell you not to do it is very high. That is because chances of them paying you back is usually very low. Just in case you're wondering how often they don't pay back, well, it's 50 to 60% of the time, according to ChatGPT Sama. Now, keep that at the back of your mind because we will get back to that. Back then in the hostel, there was this dude who usually hung around my roommate. My roommate was a pretty chill guy, a very nice human being. However, this dude that hangs around him, I refer to him as Mr. F. Mr. F seems pretty nice too at first glance. He was even better at socializing than my roommate. Very eloquent, charismatic, very intelligent, and he's extremely good at making new friends. You can take him to a crowded place now, and boom, the guy has already made friends with 10 people. I don't know how he does it. Because of how frequent he visits the room, me and my two other roommates see him as kind of like a friend too. I don't know. It was weird. So one day he came into the room while I was the only one around and told me he saw this insane shoe that he had wanted to buy for a very long time. Unfortunately, he wasn't holding enough cash to buy it. Back then, ATM and POS devices were not this common. He begged me to lend him the money that he will pay me once he visits the bank next week. No problem. I had the money, so I gave it to him. 2 weeks went by and nothing from this guy. So I called him aside one day and asked him, "Where's my money?" He gave me some excuses and promised another week. Next week went by and it was the same thing. So I called my roommate and told him what happened. He laughed and said if he knew that something like that would happen, he'd have told me not to give him because Mr. F never pays his debt back. What do you mean he never pays his debt back? I was surprised. Normally, I can let things like this slide because it kind of puts a barrier between us where he can never ask me for anything again. Plus, some of my friends, I just let it go. Like, I don't even bother asking them, like the research suggested above. But in this situation, my roommate says he never pays back. Like, the word never there kind of make it look like, whoa, this is going to be a fun challenge, you know? So, I feel like, oh, he's going to pay me my money back. Basically, I haunted this guy for weeks. I will sometimes like sneak into these guys' rooms and like, yo man, where's my money? Then I go to his room whenever he's not around, locate one of his books and I just slip a note inside writing, "Where's my money?" on the book, so that when he wants to read it, he open it and then he check it and he sees, "Where's my money?" And then he start looking around, that kind of jump scare. Sometimes I even go to his room in the night whenever he goes out to read and I start reading in his room. When he comes back, he meet me in the room and he was like, "Yo man, where's my money?" Because I wake up very early in the morning, due to prayer and stuff. I go to his room after my prayers and I just sit down close to his bedside, like waiting for him to wake up. When he wakes up, the first thing he sees is me. And then I start asking him, "Where's my money?" Then I think what really makes him break was the fact that there was, all those other times in which whenever I see him buying something, I just text him a message like, "Yo, you've not paid my money and you're buying things," like some crazy stuff. So one day he just came to my room, knelt down with the cash and was begging me to stop. I collected the money with a smile and told him now we can go back to being friends. When my roommate heard that he paid me back the money, he could not believe it. Then we discovered he borrowed the money from our other roommates to pay me. Yeah, that is when we kind of understand like this guy's whole shit. It's like this. He throws his charming personality around and makes friends within seconds. Like that's like step one. Or I don't know how the cycle goes, but I believe this is how the cycle goes. He makes a new friend. Once he establishes the relationship, he proceeds to take the loan from the new friend, hoping that the new guy will not ask since they're now friends. If the guy eventually just asks him like, "Yo, you're owing me, where's my money?" He proceeds to give them excuses upon excuses upon excuses upon excuses why he cannot pay this guy, and then hoping that eventually this new guy just forget about the money and let it go. But in some occasion, like in my case, if the guy's an asshole like I am, he and the guy keep, asking him, following him around, kind of scaring him a bit. He just proceed to meet one of his list of friends, borrow another money, and just give it to this one to pay the debt. That's it. And hope that that one doesn't ask again. And so the cycle just go on and on and on. That's basically taking the word debtor and making it a profession. Yeah, that's basically how the guy was. He's a professional debtor.